Hi guys, so today we're going to do the 50 facts about me tag. Let's get started! I have 3 siblings and I'm the oldest. I have a little sister and 2 younger brothers. I can do this with my thumb. Only on this side though, I can't do anything on this side. I am left-handed. I have 2 cats. One that's a domestic short hair named Holden, he's gray and white, and the other one is Buffy. He's really chubby and he's half Maine Coon. I have a bad tendency of always biting my finger skin. My thumbs are all destroyed. I can speak Vietnamese fluently, but I can't read or write. I always have a tendency to say bless you right after someone sneezes, and it's not because I'm religious or anything like that. I can't even say religious. It is because as a kid, when I first saw the movie Leprechaun, I think it was the first Leprechaun where the girl sneezed and no one said God bless you, and she got taken away by the leprechaun. So that is why I say bless you. Yeah. I can do this. When I first started watching YouTube, my favorite YouTuber was Rayberry, and she was the reason why I started doing these makeup tutorials. I can be very, very easily irritated by my mother. I don't know why, but it just happens. Like, whenever I'm in a conversation with her or see her and like we talk and stuff, she can really easily irritate me. And the thing is that I feel terrible afterwards because she is like seriously the nicest person ever, and whenever I am mean or like just act mean towards her, she would be super nice still, and I feel extremely terrible and feel like a horrible person after that. When I was 16, I snuck out a lot through my window. I was actually born in Vietnam, flew over here on a plane and not a boat. I can use this with my tongue. When I was a little girl, around 2nd grade, I loved to have my own pretend cooking shows where I would literally make food and like cut little carrots and stuff, not actually cook, but just like chop little things up and pretend that I was on a cooking show and just like say stuff. I wouldn't film myself or anything, and then eat the food, but the food was always terrible tasting at the end. I have a bad habit of always having a common word that I would say over and over again. And in the past, the words that I've commonly said are Jesus, like, gosh, and man, which is really weird. When I first learned to whistle, I actually had to breathe inward first, and then I learned how to whistle breathing outward. I don't know if I can do it anymore. As a kid, I was very mischievous, and my childhood best friend and I would do bad things. Like, the apartment we lived at had like a stairwell, and one day we peed in it, and I have no idea why. We gotta go, we gotta go. I have really, really bad allergies to my little kitty cats, and my eyes just would get red at night, so I have to constantly use lubricating eye drops and allergy eye drops and have Zyrtec every day. It's really bad, but I still love my kitties. The truth is, I hate working out, and I've been making myself work out consistently, but I don't know, subconsciously I just hate it. I just hate it. My mom actually didn't let me dye my hair when I was younger, so all I used was like lemon or like sun-in, and I would sit in the sun for hours just hoping that my hair would be lighter. But look at this, back to its natural color. As a kid, I loved to eat a lot. I would eat at McDonald's, and I would have like 2 chicken sandwiches, a large fries, a drink, and chicken nuggets, and I would not be full. Or I would have like a huge bucket of KFC chicken with mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and mac and cheese, and biscuits and corn, and I would not gain a pound. Regardless of all my bad eating habits, I actually was really underweight from about kindergarten to high school, and I always wore clothes that were not my size age. So if I was like 10 years old, I would wear clothes for a 6-year-old, and when I was in high school, I could still fit clothes for an 8-year-old. Far and wide, searching for a why. I still remember the Pokemon theme song because I used to watch it every day in the morning before I went to school. I have one tattoo. It says no lies, just love. When I burp, I don't say excuse me. I mean, it's natural. Why should I? I don't know how to ice skate. Actually, first ice skated when I was in 8th grade, and after that I never really ice skated again because during 8th grade it was a friend's birthday party. We were ice skating, and I I don't know, I was just like really bad. I was wearing black flares when they were popular at the time, and I fell so many times that my flares were like covered in white snow, like the ice stuff that they scrape, you know, from skating. Maybe like once or twice, but like I've not really like attempted to skate much. I just tried to glide back and forth, but like not around the rink because it was so embarrassing. I actually learned how to roller skate this summer, so I can inline skate now, so hopefully next time I try to ice skate, it will be a charmer. I am a big crier when it comes to watching sad movies. I don't know how to swim at all. I would probably drown if I tried to swim. Kids, several times I've almost drowned, and I've drank a lot of river water, lake water, and ocean water in my life, so I'm a little bit terrified of water. I am a little shorty. I'm only 5'1". When I was in Hawaii, I got really seasick, and after the paragliding and after the jet skis, I got really sick, and when I was on the boat, I threw up, and that made 2 other people that were on the ship event thing with us throw up also. It was terrible. I felt so bad. Even after the scuba diving, I felt terrible, and it's not because of the scuba diving, because I was in love with it. It was so serene and tranquil and awesome, and I would do it again, but it was because we were on jet skis and we were on like little boat thingies, motorboats that were very bumpy and crazy, and they would wind and stuff to get to our scuba dive location, so I felt really bad. But my favorite part was actually at the end when I tried to calm myself a little with the scuba diving, and it was amazing. But then when I got on to the boat, I just threw up a bunch because I was so sick from the past things that we did. I am in love with scary things. All things scary, I love gore, I love scary ghosts movies and like paranormal stuff and like supernatural, witches, vampires, werewolves. I love all things scary. And guess what my favorite holiday is? Halloween. I've actually watched so many scary movies that I am out of scary movies to watch. And I actually started watching foreign scary movies, which aren't as good in my opinion as American scary movies, because I don't know, I just don't understand them as much, especially like the Asian, like Korean or Japanese or Taiwanese scary movies. Like just the storyline and stuff, like I don't really understand it that much, so it's not that scary to me because it's just weird plots and stuff like that. But I'm so obsessed with scary movies. I have seen every single scary movie that is good that has been made, and I challenge you to name one that I have not seen yet. Since I moved out by myself, I love Vietnamese food, I love Asian food, and that is because I am extremely deprived of it. My mom actually somewhat bribes me to come back home and visit her by making yummy Asian food and pho, and it's delicious, and I always come back because of that. My dream pet is a large German Shepherd. It's so cute, but I'm scared because I'm allergic to dogs also, so I probably most likely will have to get a hyperallergenic dog, which does not include the German Shepherd, but I love German Shepherds. After watching the movie I Am Legend, I just fell in love with it. A lot of girls are like, I don't like flowers, I don't like to be given flowers, but honestly, for some reason, just that gesture and like the sight of flowers, they smell so good. I know they'll die one day, but they just smell so good and look so beautiful that when I receive flowers, it actually makes me feel a little bit happy, like happy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the thought that counts or just the sight of the flowers, but I just love seeing plants and flowers, and I really wish that I can grow flowers. Like I can have like a pot of flowers and like keep it alive, but unfortunately I think that it will die if I had plants. I have taught my cats some tricks.
Oh yeah, someone wants you.
Good, Buffy.
Thank you. Good baby. What is going on here, Lordy?
I'm extremely obsessed with my teeth and just having nice teeth overall. I actually thought about being a dentist at one point in my life because I was so obsessed with brushing my teeth. I actually timed myself to make sure that it's the exact 3 minutes or like 2.5 minutes when you do the electric toothbrush or whatever. And I'm just obsessed with that. And I do the Crest white strips every once in a while and mouthwash, like always. Teeth. When I was a wee little girl, I always thought that I would be married by the age of 24. I don't know why, like, us girls always plan these like weird bridal wedding scenes in our heads as little kids. I guess it's just like one of those things where, you know, you want to feel like a princess or whatever. But now that I'm 24, turning 25 on April 30th, I actually don't feel too bad. Like, I'm glad that I'm not married yet. In 3rd grade, my best friend and I were actually left home alone by my parents. I don't know where they went, but we were just home alone, and I was really scared, and we just like made this like whole drama plot in our heads where like someone was trying to like kill us and like all these crazy imaginary things that kids do. And I remember like at one point we were like crawling on the floor because there was a window and we didn't want people to see us. It was just so weird. When I was in 6th grade, I actually finally taught myself how to ride a bike. A lot of kids actually know how to ride a 2-wheeler by then, but I literally tried hard, got some scars, and I just did it. I hate wearing cool color nail polishes. I have in the past, but I never really liked them, so after like a couple days I would just erase them. I've always liked reds and pinks and even blacks, but never like blues or purples or greens too much. I would wear it, but never really truly loved it. When I was in 1st grade, I was losing a lot of my teeth, and my teeth actually were really gappy, did not look like this at the time, my baby teeth. And there's one loose, and I was trying to jiggle it and stuff, and actually my childhood best friend threw a ball and hit me in the face, and she was like, "I'm so sorry, I feel so bad, blah blah," and I was like, "Yay, thank you," because the rotting teeth finally fell out and I felt so much better. I also tried a lot of different teeth pulling method as a kid, since my teeth were always like trying to like fall out or be achy or whatever when I was losing my baby teeth. And one time I tried to eat an apple to make the teeth fall out. I don't really think that worked. I can't remember if it did or not. And I tried to like tie my teeth like with the string and close the door, but I could never get the guts to like shut the door, you know, so yeah, that didn't work out so well. Growing up, I actually lived in a apartment building, and I shared a room with my parents till I was in 4th grade when we moved to a house, because we were really poor when I was younger and we didn't have money to afford a house, so we actually lived with our whole family in a 1-bedroom apartment. Crazy, I know, because I'm living in one right now and it feels like it's not big enough for like a whole family to live in, but it was at the time. You gotta do what you gotta do. I was a 4th grader. I was a huge tomboy. I refused to wear dresses. The closest I would wear to a dress is a skirt, which is like a skirt infused with shorts. So it looked like a skirt, but it was shorts. Yeah. And growing up, since I was so poor and we didn't have enough money to afford luxury things, even clothes was like an issue. So we would go to like Goodwill and get me clothes, and like even the funny thing is my mom always talk about this, like we would have like, she found a stroller at the Goodwill store and it had a broken wheel, and we just took it anyways and just made with what we could of it and used it. And yeah, I have been addicted to Macs and MacBooks forever, for years now. And unfortunately, my Mac laptop died recently, so I had to get a Mac Mini. I am a very spontaneous person. I can be easily motivated by watching videos or seeing pictures or just like even reading quotes, and I would just act on my spontaneous personality and just do whatever I want at the moment I'm inspired by something. Like, I remember when I was watching Bubby's and SecretLifeOfaBioNerd's video, the 50 facts, I just felt very inspired to make the video, but actually at the time I was a little bit busy, so I didn't have time to make it. But I finally do now, and it just feels great just making something that you feel like inspired or motivated to do. I think I want to tag Carly, and I want to tag Carly and Michelle, and this is going to be random because this person is not really like a beauty guru person, but I've been obsessed with his videos forever, and I want to tag Onision to do this video just because I want to learn more about him. And also Blind Sun Doll for MJ. I've just been loving her videos. They're like my 2 guilty pleasures. I constantly watch their videos on like, where I try to do it on a daily basis, or just like do like a whole marathon of it when I have a day off. So Blind Sun Doll for MJ, Onision, Carly, Michelle, who else do I want to learn about? And Suzi. I don't know what her YouTube thing is, but yeah.
Alright, here are a few people that I forgot to mention. Brittany Balyn, luvableviet, lilisimply, and tilia. And I think that is it.
Includes my 50 facts, hopefully. And thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Mwah! Love you all.